afternoon reading a few poems because just because our storytelling festival is over does not mean our unit is over. So we still have a few more things to learn about storytelling.
Are we going to watch Mr. Duffy's play?
We are going to watch Mr. Duffy's play. That's going to be after afternoon recess. So at the end, we got it all figured out. You won't miss a thing. Everything will work out. But so what we're going to do here is we're going to learn how you tell stories through poems. And not just any kind of poems, but we're going to sort of become a certain color and tell the story of that color. So if you saw on the board, it says the stories colors tell. So for instance, like I would pick, I really like green things that are green. So I picked, I want to tell what story does the color green tell? So as I'm reading through some of these examples, ours aren't really going to sound like these poems, but these are just some ideas to get your mind going with all these colors. So the collection of poems today is in this book called Hailstones and Halibut Bones by Mary O'Neill, and it's illustrated by Leonard Weisgart. So our first poem today is called What is Gold? What is gold? Gold is a ring, gold is metal, gold is a very beautiful thing. Gold is the sunshine, light and thin, warm as a muffin on your skin. Gold is the moon, gold are the stars, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, and Mars. Gold is the color of clover honey. Gold is a certain kind of money. Gold is alive in flickering fish that lives its life in a crystal dish. Gold is the answer to many a wish. Gold is feeling like a king. It's having the most of everything. Long time ago, I was told, yellow's mother's name is gold. The free verse is just going to be, you're going to make it kind of flow a little bit, but it can have, it's almost like a little story and then another little story. It's a little story about jalapenos, a little story about a leaf, a little story about a clover.
We're going to just listen right now. We'll color a little bit later.
A sock net. So kind of just 4 little stories to tell one big story of that color. So if everybody can keep your notebooks closed for now, I'll sort of show you an example of how to take what we've been working on. So maybe I'll start off with my first stanza, my first verse, and I'll turn to the next page and I'm going to say, the title of my story is going to be I Am Green.
So does it have to be I am green?
So yours won't be I am green, but it'll be I am the color. Yeah.
Unless it's green.
Unless you're green, I guess. So what I said for the jalapeno, maybe it's full of seeds or hot or spicy or pepper shaped. So maybe I am a spicy jalapeno. Let's go with making tongues burn.
Making your mouth burn. House burn? Yeah, and also the taste too.
Mouths? Because it's not just your tongue, it's the whole thing.
Well, it's like burning when you taste it and you have a taste.
So, this would be how the beginning of my poem will look. So I chose to write about the jalapeno first for you. So I am a spicy jalapeno making mouths burn. So I took some of those powerful words. And I put them into my first stanza. So the stanza is that first little it looks like a small paragraph, right? So we're going to just call those like the stanzas of the poem. So your poem is going to have 4 stanzas, or 4 small little paragraph shapes. So then my next one, and that's all I'll write about jalapeno. The next one I could say, I am green. I am, let's do, how about a leaf? So maybe I could say like, I am a quivering quivering mean? What does it mean if you're quivering? Show me with your bodies. Let's have everybody quiver. Sort of like you're shaking or little like, it's easy to have your hand quiver. If your hand's shaking, maybe if the leaf is blowing in the wind, it's quivering. Maybe if you're scared, you could quiver. The quivering leaf waving at the birds as they fly by. As they fly by. And I realized I forgot something. For each of your stanzas, we're going to write, I am green as your first line. Or I am purple, or I am whatever color you chose. So I forgot to add that up here. So I am green. And then you'll describe your first one. I am a blah, blah, blah. I am green. I'm a quivering leaf waving at the birds as they fly by. So that's how the format of the poem is going to go. You'll do all four of your items, all four of your colors. So you'll have here and here, and then at the very end, you're going to close it with your last thing is going to be I am. What do you guys guess it's going to be?
Your color.
Your color, yeah. I am, and then your color. So I would write green. So I'll leave this up here as sort of an example for the format. And these aren't going to be your final drafts, which is why we're doing them in our writing folders. This is just to get sort of that rough draft of your poem going. We're going to actually type these poems up ourselves in a little while, but not today. So get going. We're going to get started on finishing up with those describing words if you haven't. Otherwise, you can start your poem on your next available blank page. So I just put mine and did it on the back. We have one question, so let's listen up real quick. Avery?
Is it going, well, actually, never mind.
Okay. All right. You guys can just go ahead. All right. As I was going around, you guys are wonderful, wonderful poets telling the stories of so many different colors. So really, really nice job. There was a few people that had finished, and I just wanted to give them a chance maybe if they wanted to share. So, Porter, would you come on up and share your poem with us?
I am white, I am white, I am white sprinkles on a cake, so crunchy and small. I am white. I'm a donut, gazing white, so powdery in your mouth. I am white. I'm a cake, so mouth-watering and delicious as can be. I'm white. I'm a cupcake, so creamy and yummy. I'm white. I'm white.
You're making me hungry, Porter. Let's see. Is there anyone else who wanted to take a risk to share? Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh my gosh. Brennan.
I am blue. I am a diamond sparkling in treasure. I am blue. I am the dolphin, playful and kind, fine and brave. I am blue. I am water, crystal clear, I get things wet. I am blue. I am the glow of the atmosphere. I am something beyond an object that's still a thing. I am blue, and you might be too.
Nice. All right. I think that is all we have time for today. But we will definitely have a chance to share all of our poems once we are finished kind of hitting all those. Please put your notebooks and pencils in your desk. All voices off. What we're going to do next is we're going to think of really, Graham, this is the important part because this is the next part of the direction. So whatever we're talking about, Jack, we need to move on. Next, we're going to describe each of those items. So really powerful describing words, really powerful adjectives that we can use. So how would you describe a jalapeno? Who can give me one word that describes it? Maybe besides green, since we already kind of agreed upon that it is green. Andrew?
Hot.
Hot, definitely. Well, so what I would do then is I'll make a little stem here, and I'll write hot, and then a circle. What's another way to describe a jalapeno? Isaac?
Spicy.
Spicy, yes. Zane, do you have one? Oh, it's spicy. Abby.
Bell pepper shaped.
Ooh. Yeah, okay. So maybe, could we say like pepper shaped? Pepper shaped. And one more describing word for a jalapeno. What do you think? Marley?
Full of seeds.
Full of seeds. Yes, nice job. These are great examples of ways to describe a jalapeno. All right, so what we're gonna do is then spend the next maybe another 10 minutes or so, 5 or 10 minutes, and we're gonna think of at least 4 describing words for each of your 4 items. You could think of 10 describing words, 20 powerful words, however many you feel like you can come up with. So remember, write the word first, then do the circle so you're not writing so tiny that you won't be able to forget it.
So, what's your favorite foods are? Andrew, wait. My 2 favorite foods are oyster cupcakes. Okay.
Get your phone in here. Nicely done.